Okay, so in this video I'm going to go through some multiple choice questions for your revision for your exam. I'm just going to sort of hand pick out some questions. Just remember, in your exam it's 20 questions in multiple choice, each worth 1 mark, and my advice would be to try and do as many as you can in the reading time, so you can just go ahead and mark those off, so you can focus a bit more on the reading, on the writing tasks, the short answer questions. So let's have a go, and we're going to do question 14 to start with. Let me just get my pen out. Okay, let's do it in blue. First one, trying to find what S is equal to. So on the left-hand side, let's get to the same denominator. So we've got S minus T over TS is equal to 1 over F. And all we're doing there is multiplying this fraction by S, this fraction by T, T on T. And where can we go from here? Well, let's cross multiply. So let's cross multiply. So we've got F outside of S minus T is equal to TS. Whenever you have this and you're trying to sort of solve for one variable, probably best to expand out and then collect like terms. So we've got Fs minus Ft is equal to Ts. Let's get the s's on one side. So we've got Fs minus Ts is equal to Ft. And we'll take out s as a common factor. So we've got s outside of f minus t is equal to Ft. So we should have something that looks like Ft over f minus t. Do we have that? Yes, we do. So the answer is E. Question 16 I'm going to do now of this revision sheet. You'll probably have a question like this on the exam. It's not going to be full of them. It's sort of considered past required knowledge. So we've got 12w squared y to the power of 4 divided by 30w y to the power of 3. So remember, if we have in brackets, I guess if you have anything to the power in brackets, then we know that we just multiply the powers. And also remember, if we have two indices multiplied by each other, then we will add the powers. So just make sure of that fact. So far we've got 12w squared y to the power of 4 over 30w to the power of 3 y to the power of 3. So we've got 12w squared divided by w cubed is w to the power of 2 minus 3, which is equal to w to the power of minus 1, or 1 over w. This 30 doesn't go anywhere. And y to the power of 4 to y to the power of 3 is just y. We can simplify that. We can divide the top by 6. We can divide the bottom by 6. Gives us 2y over 5w. So the answer is C. Question 18. Solution to this equation is, well, the algebraic fractions, we've got to have like denominators here. So this 2 needs to become a 6. So we need to multiply this 4w plus 3 by 3, and then we can add those fractions. Let's expand out now. 12w plus 9 minus w plus 3 over 6 is equal to w. So on the top we've got 11w plus 12. And we're going to get this 6 over here, so it's 6w, which therefore implies that 5w is equal to minus 12, or w is equal to minus 12 over 5. You should find these ones fairly straightforward, although a number of you had made some silly mistakes when expanding brackets, cross multiplying, so on. Question 19. We've got to find t, so let's do, first step would be x. S minus t is equal to s plus t. Expand out. Take out, let's get the t's together. So let's go t plus xt is equal to xs minus s. Take out t as our common factor, which means we've got x plus 1 is equal to, and we'll take out s as a common factor over here, x minus 1, which therefore states that t is equal to s x minus 1 over x plus 1. X minus 1. So the answer is going to be B there. Now, a couple of the questions that I will go through may be on the exam, the exact same question. So if you're watching this video, going through this video, and you've done the questions that I've asked you to do in preparation for your exam, I'm going to check that you've done all of those questions, because at a minimum you need to practice all of those questions, and then of course look over your revision sheets and do your own sort of further revision. Please don't forget as well that there's I've given you the solutions to the revision sheet on the wiki so I've got the solutions to that as well, so you can use that for further revision. We're going to skip down to question 27 of this revision, and this is a variation question. Given that v is proportional to r cubed, now what does that mean? V is proportional to r cubed means that we can then say it's equal to r cubed if we take in this constant k, constant of variation. This is the constant of variation. I'm not going to make this exam too heavy on this. I think this stuff's fairly straightforward. It's not going to test you very much, but easy marks on the exam, so make sure that you can you know this stuff pretty well. But I certainly wouldn't spend hours revising chapter 9, I think it was. So, well, we've got some values here, so we know when r is 1, then v is equal to 8. So we can find what the constant of variation is first. So 8 is equal to k times r cubed, which is 1. So therefore k is equal to 8. So we've found what 8 is. So we need to find what a and b is. Okay, so I'll finish that off for you. I guess the challenge first is to find k, and then it's just plugging it into this formula here with the known values you've got. So in the first one, we've got to find a by using the fact that we know that r is 2, we know that k is 8, so we know that a is 64, and that's from here, and b is equal to 2 to the power of 1/3. Because r cubed is equal to 2, we take the, to cancel out that and make that r, we need to do that to the power of 1/3, that side to the power of 1/3, which means we must do the same to the left-hand side. So the answer there is A.